The sun was high, casting a golden glow over the sand. The air was thick with humidity, making every breath feel heavy. Michael walked along the beach, kicking sand as he went, his footprints quickly erased by the gentle waves. The salty air always calmed him, filling his lungs with a sense of peace. But today was different. Today, the familiar smell of the ocean was overpowered by something else, something foul and unsettling, something awful. He followed the stench, his curiosity piqued despite the unpleasantness. It led him to a lump on the beach, gray and glistening in the sun, like a misplaced rock. Flies buzzed around it, creating a low hum. Michael held his breath and got closer, his nose wrinkling in disgust. It was then that he realized what he had found. His eyes widened in shock. It was ambergris, whale vomit, a rare and valuable substance used in perfumes. Michael almost threw up from the smell, but something stopped him. He remembered the stories. He had heard tales from old fishermen, tales of fortune and luck. Ambergris, they said, was valuable, very valuable. Michael's disgust turned to excitement as he realized the potential of his find. Carefully, he picked up the ambergris, feeling its waxy texture. This could be his lucky day. With a newfound determination, Michael walked away from the beach, his mind racing with possibilities. The sun began to set, casting long shadows on the sand. He knew that this smelly situation could turn into something extraordinary. The future suddenly seemed brighter. Ambergris. The word sounded fancy, almost like a rare gem or an exotic spice. But the reality was far from it. Ambergris was often found washed up on dirty, debris-laden beaches, looking like nothing more than a lump of waste. It was a waxy substance that came from the intestines of sperm whales. These majestic creatures of the ocean sometimes produced this peculiar material. Whales sometimes threw it up. Not very glamorous. Imagine stumbling upon something that a whale had vomited. But this whale vomit was special. It had properties that made it incredibly valuable. It was used in making perfumes. The unique chemical composition of ambergris made it a prized ingredient. The ambergris made the scents last longer. It acted as a fixative, enhancing the longevity and depth of the fragrance. This made it highly sought after by perfume makers. They would pay a premium for high-quality ambergris, and that meant big bucks for anyone lucky enough to find it. The market value of ambergris could reach thousands of dollars per pound. Michael couldn't believe his luck. He had heard stories of people finding ambergris, but never thought it would happen to him. He had stumbled upon a gold mine, or rather, a vomit mine. The potential value of his find was staggering. He carefully took the smelly treasure home. Despite its odor, he knew it was worth its weight in gold. He had a lot to learn. Michael spent hours researching, trying to understand the true value and best way to sell his newfound treasure. Michael started researching. He was determined to understand everything he could about this mysterious substance he had stumbled upon. He learned about different grades of ambergris, each with its own unique characteristics and value. The quality depended on its color, texture, and smell. Michael discovered that ambergris could range from black and sticky to white and waxy. The best kind was white, waxy, and had a sweet, earthy aroma. This type was highly prized in the perfume industry. He carefully examined his find. It was a light gray color, quite hard, and the smell, well, it was still pretty bad. But he knew that even lower-grade ambergris had its uses. But under the stench, he thought he could detect a faint, pleasant odor. This gave him hope that his find might be more valuable than it seemed at first. It was worth a shot. He contacted a specialist, someone who could give him a definitive answer about the quality and value of his ambergris. She confirmed that Michael had indeed found ambergris. Her expertise was invaluable in assessing the true nature of his discovery. It wasn't the highest quality, but it was still valuable. She explained that even though it wasn't the rarest type, it still had significant worth. She offered him a good price for it. Michael was thrilled. His research and persistence had paid off. What started as a curious find on the beach had turned into a profitable venture. The deal was done. Michael was officially rich. He couldn't believe how his life had changed because of a smelly lump on the beach. He used the money wisely. He invested some, bought a new house, and finally took that vacation he always dreamed of. He never forgot the day he found the ambergris. It taught him that sometimes the grossest things can be the most valuable, and it proved that with a little luck and an open mind, anyone could strike it rich.